Hello everyone, welcome to the channel OCS by Ranjan. आमर OCS by Ranjan ऐप रे टेस्ट सीरीज स्टार्ट हो सारी आपण मैंने जॉइन करें एवं आप चैट बॉक्स रे डिटेल्स आपण मैंने सार चैट करें किंबा नंबर टी लिखि नियंतु सार को व्हाट्सअप करें 7978405181 टेस्ट सीरीज जॉइन करें जहाद्वारा आपणकर प्रिपारेसन टी बेस्ट रहिबो एवं भलो यूनिवर्सिटी मिल पार। प्रीवियस वीडियो रे CPET 2020-21 LLM क्वेश्चन पेपर ऑलरेडी डिस्कशन हो सारी आपण मैंने चाहिए देखिपारे। चलतु एबे स्टार्ट करवा CPET LLM 2022 क्वेश्चन पेपर। Question number 1. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court held that imparting education cannot be treated as a trade or business? ठीक आंसर टी हेबो ऑप्शन डी यूनिकृष्णन वर्सेस स्टेट ऑफ AP। क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. The sociological school of jurisprudence is chiefly concerned with the relations of law to option B contemporary social institution. The sociological school focuses on the relationship between law and society. It examines how law interacts with the influences social institution, norms and behavior. It emphasizes the social context of law rather than just its formal structure or logic. Question number 3. In case of inconsistency between the laws made by the parliament and the laws made by the state legislature, which one of the following shall prevail? ठीक आंसर टी हेबो ऑप्शन ए the law made by parliament either before or after the law made by the legislature of the state. This reflects the principle of parliamentary supremacy in India. Article 254 of the Constitution states that if a state law repugnant to a central law, the central law will prevail. This ensures uniformly and prevent conflicts in legal matters of national importance. Question number 4. In AK Kripak versus Union Bank, Union of India, which of the following principle has laid down by the Supreme Court? ठीक आंसर टी होची ऑप्शन बी प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ नेचुरल जस्टिस आर एप्लीकेबल टू एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव प्रोसीडिंग्स। क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. द preamble to the Constitution of India proclaims that we the people of India have established option A the preamble declares India to be a sovereign socialist secular democratic and republic. This outlines the basic objectives and philosophy of the Constitution. The order of the words is crucial and reflects the historical and political context of India. Question number 6. In which case the principle ubi jus ibi remedium was recognized? Option A. Ubi jus ibi remedium is Latin maxim meaning where there is right, there is remedy. Question number 7. Which one of the following does not fall in the meaning of fraud under the Indian Contract Act 1872? ଠିକ୍ ଆନ୍ସର୍ଟି ହେଉଛି ଅପସନ୍ ଡି suggestion as fact of which is not true by one who does not believe it to be true. Question number 8. An agreement without consideration is valid unless option C it is in writing and registered. Generally, an agreement without consideration is void. Section 25 of Indian Contract Act. However, there are exceptions including agreements made on account of natural love and affection if is not in writing, registered and between parties in close relation. Promise to compensate a past voluntary service, promise to pay a debt varied by limitation law. If a debt is no longer legally enforceable due to time limit, but the debtor promises to pay. Question number 9. Every person is competent to contract who is of the age of majority according to the law which he is subject and who is of sound mind and is not disqualified from contracting by any law which he is subject. Which section of the Indian Contract Act 1872 deals with his statement? Option गुड़ाक दिए सेक्शन 10, 11, 15 and 19. ठीक आंसर टी है ऑप्शन 11 सेक्शन 11. Section 11 of the Indian Contract Act defines who is competent to contract, outlining the requirements of age of majority, sound mind and not being disqualified by any law. Question number 10. Contractual liability arises where there is offer and acceptance only. Option B. There is offer and acceptance only. Contractual liability arises from agreement between parties which is formed through offer and acceptance. Question number 11. In contributory negligence, ठीक आंसर टी है ऑप्शन सी. बोथ पार्टीज हैव कंट्रीब्यूटेड टू नेग्लिजेंस इक्वली. Contributory negligence is a legal doctrine where if the plaintiff own negligence contributed to their injury, it can reduce or bar their recovery of damages. It doesn't necessarily mean equally in terms of fault, but rather than both parties negligence played a role in the harm. Question number 12. Which of the following is true in a relation nuisance? ठीक आंसर टी है ऑप्शन बी. It can be committed through the medium of intangible objects. Question number 13. Which of the following pair is correctly matched? ठीक आंसर टी है ऑप्शन ए. लियाबेल जोटा कि कहुई रिटेन defamation is indeed recognized as a crime in England as well as a tort. The other option contain inaccuracies about the legal principles. Question number 14. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court of India gave the ruling that sovereign immunity of the state is subject to fundamental rights? ठीक आंसर टी है ऑप्शन ए. This case is significant for establishing that the state sovereign immunity is not absolute and is subject to fundamental rights guaranteed by the Constitution. Question number 15. Which of the following maxim can be attributed to sometimes it happens that the legal right of a person is violated but he does not suffer only harm? ठीक आंसर टी हेबो ऑप्शन बी इंजुरिया साइन डैमनो. Injuria sine damno means injury without damage. It refers to situations where the legal right is infringed but no actual harm or loss is suffered, while the person may not receive compensation for damages. Since there are not any, they might be still entitled to other remedies like an injunction or declaration. Question number 16. Who defined jurisprudence as the formal science of positive law? ठीक आंसर टी हेबो ऑप्शन ए. Question number 17. The physical element of possession is also called option C. Question number 18. Who said that the task of social engineering is to build an efficient structure of society as possible with minimum friction and waste? Option A. Question number 19. Which of the following pairs is correctly matched? ठीक आंसर है ऑप्शन बी. Retributive theory punishment. The retributive theory of punishment focuses on the idea of just desert. It argues that punishment should be proportional to the crime committed and that offense should be punished because they have deserved it. Question number 20. Which of the following statement is not true? Option A. This is incorrect because possession, while it can be lost, can certainly be regained under various circumstances. The other option reflect valid legal principles related to the possession. Question number 21. The solidarity rights, more commonly known as third generation human rights, are based on option D. Common heritage mankind. Third generation human rights are often associated with solidarity and collective rights. They focus on the common interest of humanity such as right to peace, development, a clean environment and communication. Those rights are considered universal as often linked to the concept of the common heritage of mankind. Question number 22. Which article of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights provides the right to be recognized as a person before law? Option गुड़ाक देछि Article 6, 7, Article 8, Article 12. ठीक आंसर टी हेबो Article 6. Option A. Article 6 of the UDHR clearly states everyone has the rights to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. This is a fundamental legal principle that underscores the importance of legal personality and equal treatment before the law. Question number 23. The United Nations Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women CEDAW 1979 was ratified by India in June 1979, June 1981, June 1993, December 1997. ठीक आंसर टी होची June 1993. June 1993. India ratified CEDAW in June 1993, demonstrating its commitment to eliminating discrimination against a woman. Question number 24. Under section 3.2 of the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993 of chairperson of the National Human Rights Commission shall be option C, one who has been a Chief Justice of Supreme Court. The Act specifies that the chairperson of the NHRC should be a person who has been Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of India. Question number 25. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court applied to the doctrine of public trust? Option B. M.C. Mehta versus Kamalnath and others. Question number 26. Under which article of the Constitution Environment Protection Act 1986 was enacted? ऑप्शन गुड़ाक देइछि आर्टिकल 21, 48A, आर्टिकल 253, आर्टिकल 254. ठीक आंसर टी होछि आर्टिकल 253. Article 253 empowers Parliament to make laws for implementing international treaties and agreements. The Environment Protection Act 1986 was enacted to fulfill India's obligations under various international environmental agreements, including the Stockholm Declaration of 1972. Question number 27. Which of the following pairs is correctly matched? Option B. Sustainable Development, Johannesburg Declaration 2002. The Johannesburg Declaration, also known as the World Summit on Sustainable Development, was adopted in 2002 and focused on sustainable development as a key objective. Question number 28. Protection and improvement of environmental and safeguarding forest and wildlife, which? Option D. Both directive principle of state policy and fundamental duty. Article 48A directs to state the protect and improve the environment and safeguard forest and wildlife. Article 51AG fundamental duty makes the duty of the every citizen to protect and improve the natural environment, including forest, lake, river, wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. Question number 29. In which year National Green Tribunal Act was enacted? Option गुड़ाक देइछि 1999, 2005, 2007 and 2010. ठीक आंसर टी देइछि 2010. The National Green Tribunal Act was enacted in 2010 to provide for the establishment of National Green Tribunal for effective and speedy environmental justice. Question number 30. Non-campus mentis denotes option C. When the cognitive facilities are such that he does not know what he has done. Question number 31. Which section of the Indian Penal Code says that when a criminal act is done by several persons in furtherance of the common intention of all, each of such person is liable for that act in the same manner as if it were done by him alone? ठीक आंसर टी होबो ऑप्शन ए section 34. Section 34 of the IPC deals with acts done by several persons in furtherance of a common intention if establish the principle of joint liability, where each person involved is held responsible as if they had committed to the entire act alone. Question number 32. In which of the circumstances an in-court instigation to commit a crime is said to be incomplete. ठीक आंसर होची ऑप्शन ए withdrew from the act after instigation. In court, offense are incomplete or imperfect attempts to commit a crime. If someone instigates a crime but then withdraws before the crime is committed, their instigation may be considered incomplete or imperfect, potentially reducing or eliminating their liability. Question number 33. The right to provide defense against an act done by public servant is not available when it is discharged in good faith. Option A. Option A. The right to private defense is generally not available against a public servant acting in good faith under the color of their office, even if that act might be technically unlawful. However, if the public servant's act is malicious or clearly outside the scope of their lawful duties, the right of private defense might be available. Question number 34. The provisions of Consumer Protection Act shall be option D. In addition to and not in derogation of other law. Question number 35. Under the Consumer Protection Act, the state government may notify that the state commission may perform its function at other places other than the state capital, and for that purpose the state government need to consult. यार ठीक आंसर टी हेबो बी द नेशनल कमीशन. The state government needs to consult with the national commission before notifying that the state commission may perform its function at place other than the state capital. Question number 36. Which of the following pairs is properly matched? Option A. This case is indeed associated with the ban on smoking in public places. The Supreme Court's judgment in this case played a significant role in promoting smoke-free environments. Question number 37. Who among the following said that the law of nations or international law may be defined as the body of rules and principles of actions which are binding upon civilized state in their relation with one another? Option B. Question number 38. Which organ of United Nations has been given responsibility of promoting international cooperation in realization of human rights? Option D. Both A and B. Question number 39. Who said that law without debut a remedy for greater evil, yet it brings with it evils of its own? ठीक आंसर टी होची ऑप्शन ए साल्मोंड. This quote is attributed to Sir John Salmond, a prominent legal philosopher, highlighting the dual nature of law, addressing societal problems but also potentially creating new ones. Question number 40. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court held that even the wife of a void marriage is entitled to maintenance? Option A. In this case is a landmark judgmental where the Supreme Court held that even a woman married under a void marriage, that is a marriage is not legally valid, is entitled to maintenance under section 125 of the Criminal Procedure Code. Question number 41. Who was the opinion that the most glaring instance of violation of human rights is the continuing poverty among masses in the country? ठीक आंसर टी होची ऑप्शन ए जस्टिस पी.एन. भगवती, which is a former chief justice of India, was a strong advocate of social justice and believed that poverty is a major human rights violation. Question number 42. Estrada doctrine relates to option A form of recognition. The Estrada doctrine proposes that recognition of a new government should be based on its effective control over the territory and not on its legitimacy or how it come to power. It focuses on factual control rather than political approval. Question number 43. Which one of the following is not a basic structure of administrative law? ठीक आंसर टी होची ऑप्शन डी. Reports of the committees and commissions. While reports of committees and commissions can influence administrative law reform or provide background for legislation, they are not a basic source of law in the same way as legislation, delegated legislation, judicial decision, or the constitution. Question number 44. Which of the following is not essential for divorce by mutual consent? Option B. The wife has not received any maintenance. Maintenance is a separate issue and not directly related to the essential requirements for a divorce by mutual consent. The key elements are mutual agreement to dissolve the marriage, having lived separately for a specified period, and an inability to live together. Question number 45. Rules relating to subpoena relationship are based on the principle of option B. Exogamy. Question number 46. An independent industrial relation commission to provide labor welfare in India was recommended by option C. Ramanujam Committee. The Ramanujam Committee made this recommendation considering labor welfare and industrial relation. Question number 47. The expression transit remand denotes option C. It is taking out an accused by police from one state to another state. Question number 48. The power of grant anticipatory bail under section 438 CRPC vests with option C. D. Both the Court of Session and High Court. Both the Sessions Court and the High Court have the power to grant anticipatory bail, which is bail granted in anticipation of an arrest. Question number 49. High Court's power of revision is default under which of the following section of CRPC? ऑप्शन गुड़ाक देछि सेक्शन 395, 396, 399 एंड 401. ठीक आंसर टी हेबो ऑप्शन डी सेक्शन 401. Section 401 of the CRPC deals with the High Court power revision, allowing it to be examine the correction, legality or property of any finding, sentence or order passed by a subordinate court. Question number 50. Which section of the Indian Evidence Act deals with reliability of date of birth of the purpose? ठीक आंसर हेब ऑप्शन सी सेक्शन 35. Section 35 of the Indian Evidence Act relates to the relevance of entries in public records including documents relating to birth, date or marriage. These entries can be relevant or proving the date of birth. Question number 51. Which of the following fact becomes relevant as per section 14 of the Indian Evidence Act? ठीक आंसर डी हेब ऑप्शन डी all of the above. Facts showing state of mind, facts showing state of body, facts showing state of bodily feelings, and all of the above. Question number 52. Use of violence by member of an assembly of 5 or more person in furtherance of common object will constitute. ठीक आंसर टी हेब ऑप्शन सी रियोटिंग. Rioting involves the use of the force or violence by an unlawful assembly or of 5 or more persons with a common purpose. Question number 53. Which of the following statement is not correct so far as law of limitation is concerned? Option B. The Limitation Act 1963 does not make any racial or class distinction. Question number 54. A contract of life insurance, the performance of which depends upon the future events, fall under the category of option C. Contingent contract. Life insurance contracts are contingent contracts as the payment of the sum assured depends on the uncertain future event of the insured death. Question number 55. Which of the following is not a suit of civil nature? Option D. Suit for specific relief. Suit for specific relief such as specific performance of contract are classic example of civil suits. The other option involves proposal or religious matter that are not typically considered purely civil in nature. Question number 56. Which of the following provides for filing of suits by indigent person? ठीक आंसर होची ऑप्शन ए ऑर्डर XXX III CPC. Order XXX III of Code of Civil Procedure deals with the suits by indigent person, allowing those who cannot afford court fees to file suits without paying them. Question number 57. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court opined that right to speech and expression is an undeniable human right and it is basic human nature to give vent to one's inner feelings through speech expression? ठीक आंसर टी होची ऑप्शन डी रामीला मैदान इंसिडेंट इन रे. While freedom of speech and expression has been addressed in numerous cases, this specific articulation emphasizing it as basic human nature is associated with the Ramila Maidan incident case. Question number 58. Which section of the Information Technology Act deals with the composition of Cyber Appellate Tribunal? Option गुड़ाक देइछि section 44, section 45, section 49 and section 50. ठीक आंसर टी होची ऑप्शन सी सेक्शन 49. Section 49 of the Information Technology Act 2000 deals with the establishment and composition of the Cyber Appellate Tribunal. Question number 59. In which case section 66A of the Information Technology Act was struck down by the Supreme Court? ठीक आंसर टी होची ऑप्शन ए श्रेया सिंघल वर्सेस यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया. Sorry. The Supreme Court struck down section 66A of IT Act in the Shreya Singhal case, declaring it unconstitutional due to its vague definition and potential for misuse. Question number 60. Every patient will be valid for how many years from the date filling of application? Option गुड़ाक देछि 10, 20, 60 and 25. ठीक आंसर टी हबो 20. Patients are generally valid 20 years from the date of filling application, not from the date of grant. Question number 61. Copyright is both B and C. Copyright is both positive right, the right to benefit from the one's work, and exclusive right to the right to exclude other from using without permission. Question number 62. Associated trademark means either A or B. Option C. Associated trademark can be trademarks that are deemed to be or are required to be registered as associated trademarks under the Trademark Act. It can also include any marks or combinations that are associated with the main trademark. Question number 63. Dash means company having the liability of its member limited by the memorandum to the amount, if any, unpaid on the shares respectively held by them. Option B. Company limited by shares. This is the classic definition of a company limited by shares. Liability is capped at the amount unpaid on their shares. 64. Company liquidator is in so far as it relates to the winding of a company means a person appointed by both A and B. A company liquidator can be appointed by the tribunal in case of winding of the tribunal, or by the company or creditors in case voluntary winding up. Question number 65. The minimum number of members that required while you are registering in a public company is ऑप्शन गुड़ाक देछि 2, 6, 5 and 7. ठीक आंसर टी हेबो 7. A public company requires a minimum of 7 members to be registered. Question number 66. Where the company to be performed is to be one person company, that is to say a dash private company. A one person company, OPC, is a type of private company, is not a public. Question number 67. In which year of Banking Resolution Act was passed? Option गुड़ाक देछि 1949, 1955, 1959, 1969. ठीक आंसर टी हेबो 1949. The Banking Resolution Act was passed in 1949, which brought banking activity under the regulatory review. Question number 68. Banking company means any company which transacts the business of dash. Option A. Banking only. A banking company's primary business must be banking, while they may offer some related financial services, but core function is accepting deposit and lending money. Question number 69. Which of the following is an unincorporated organization? ठीक आंसर टी होची जनरल पार्टनरशिप. A general partnership is a unincorporated business structure. The other option, limited liability partnership, public limited company and private limited company are all incorporated entities, meaning they are registered with the government and have a separate legal identity from their owners. Question number 70. A partner is who entitled to share of the profits from the partnership is known as option C, an equity partner. An equity partner is typically a partner who has invested capital in the partnership and therefore owns a share of partnership's equity and profits.